Alright. Welcome. Yeah, I should probably get my water out of the way, huh? Welcome back to stream. Master Detective Archive, rank code. So, funny things happened yesterday. OBS just died. Literally 0 kilobytes per second transmitted to, the YouTube server. Don't know why that happened. The rest of my internet works fine. I made that funny post on Twitter. Don't know what's going on. I've hard booted the entire thing. I'm gonna cross my fingers that that's fixed everything. I pretty much paused the game right when the break happened. So hopefully I didn't miss anything. I'm gonna be real sad if like portions of this live stream or yesterday's live stream just don't work. I haven't actually checked yet. It says that it streamed for 3 hours and 29 minutes, which about matches with what my recording time was on OBS. So hopefully it'll have made it through. But without further ado.
He got up once the smoke screen.
Recap. Let's go. Allegedly, Zilch killed everybody on the train, faked his death with a knife through a pillow to make it look like he was stabbed, had a body underneath the bed that he swapped with him, and then I guess snuck out behind us when we went into the room. The next question becomes, whose body did he have? Because there's 5 bodies on the train. So, did he just have a burned corpse under that infirmary bed? It would make sense as to why it was locked. It's because he didn't want anyone to find it. It's just you just casually have a burned body under there.
Was ready. He took the corpse out from under the blanket, pulled the knife out of the cushion, and stabbed it. That way, even after he switched with the corpse, he could just hide to avoid me.
Where did Detective Four Eyes hide after that?
It must have been someplace with easy access, which must mean under the bed. He
Back under the
quickly
bed.
There.
Which means if you checked under the bed at the time, you would have caught that four-eyed idiot.
But back then, I was in such a hurry to warn the other master detectives. I'm sure he calculated all that too. He knew I'd panic.
Maybe he was planning to take advantage of you from the very beginning, and that's why he let you live.
Yeah, I think Zilch was the one who peeked into the restroom while I was sleeping there. I was supposed to be sleeping in the infirmary, so he must have planned to move me before committing the crimes. I passed out in the restroom, but that didn't hinder his plans, so he went with it.
Speaking of which, wasn't it Detective Four Eyes who told you to go to the first car?
Yeah, he must have planned to make me witness everything and set me up as the culprit.
Aha! I think I'm starting to see the whole picture now. Not bad, Master. Maybe you were a big shot detective before you lost your memories.
Shouldn't you know?
No. If I really was a great detective, I would have caught the culprit in the infirmary before any of this happened.
I guess so. By the way, where did he get the corpse he was hiding in the blanket?
That corpse? Well,
Oh, hey, would you look at that? The next unsolved part of the mystery.
I won't let you go any further.
Getting in our way again, huh? If you stand against my ruthless master, he'll chop you up and stir-fry you with veggies for dinner.
I will not.
What are you gonna throw at me?
Master, lending you a hand from here on out. I'll assist you when you're in a pinch.
Huh? Assist?
It's the rule of the Mystery Labyrinth to assist whoever you're accompanying. Now let's go, Master. Looks like you might not need assist after all, Master. This could be the clincher.
Okay.
I won't let you pass!
I've forgotten the buttons.
Enough of your nonsense! You think he swapped with a corpse? It'd be impossible to switch like that.
Alright.
Someone who could replace Zilch would need to be the same size as him. He didn't have a bag that could carry a corpse. It would have been down at the stake.
I was gonna say. This is about the only one that you couldn't fake, or that wouldn't, like, immediately give it away. She's too small. He's got that thing with his eye. Kind of the only one left.
He said it'd be impossible to get it on board. There was no corpse to replace anyway.
Ah, damn it. I hit the wrong combo.
But
Well,
I won't let you pass.
Hit ZL by accident.
Enough of your
nonsense. You think he swapped with a corpse? It'd be impossible to switch like that. Someone who could replace Zilch would need to be the same size as him. He didn't have a bag that could carry a corpse. It would have been
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
It'd be impossible to get it on board. There was no corpse to replace anyway.
this is the truth. There's no need to bring an extra corpse for the swap. He just needed to reuse a dead body on the train. It's Aphex's body from the 5th car. He and Zilch are nearly the same height, and both have stab wounds in their chests. So the corpse that was switched was Aphex's.
damn it! How could someone like you find the truth? Truth.
Do not tell me that I'm about to do a 10-minute stream and that everything died mere moments before the end.
He looks completely obliterated.
Now we don't have to fight anymore.
Even if that's true, don't let your guard down. Mystery Labyrinth isn't over yet. Stay alert until the very end.
All right.
I guess we still gotta pull apart everything that happened in Car 5.
Wow. Who would have thought that short-tempered idiot would be used for a body swap?
Thinking back, the reason the corpses in the 1st and 5th cars were burned was to switch them out. But the corpse was so badly burned that I couldn't tell it was Aphex. That must be what the necklace was for, so I could identify him.
Well, reusing a corpse is rather environmentally friendly of the culprit, don't you think? He totally went green. I mean, we've gotta recycle everything in our day and age, so we've gotta get the most value out of corpses too, you know?
I guess that would also explain why it was more burnt. It was burned twice.
Zilch?
Wait, I am not the culprit. I am a victim who was already killed. So, leave me alone!
Hey, he ran away! After him, Master!
Get back here,
Yeah.
you furry. You can never trust the
You said
furries.
The body in the 1st car's infirmary wasn't me, but Aphex? But But you went to Car 5 after Car 1 and discovered his corpse there. How was the corpse transported from Car 1 to Car 5? That'd require moving past you.
We also stepped into like several different rooms.
Right, if
So
you stepped past us, when did that happen?
oh. Is this one elaborate train of thought joke?
Where did he run off to?
Another mystery that needs to be solved.
I mean, he couldn't have not moved through the train.
Thinking about it rationally, we have to assume that they carried the corpse through the train.
No, that's impossible. 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 Impossible!
What? Why did he turn into like a...
Zilch turned into a mystery phantom!
Get him, Master! Boom kill him so hard, his relatives get bruises!
Why did he turn into like a leather daddy from the 80s?
A body can't get from Car 1 to Car 5. Just think about it.
Good work, boss.
The
Really paying
train's
attention
halls
here.
are quite narrow. The corpse it is. Lugging a corpse through that hall. You would certainly have noticed. That deduction is all wrong. I'll say it once more. You cannot transport the corpse from Car 1 to Car 5.
That's true. Plus, when we investigated the private rooms, we kept the doors open for security. If someone had passed through the hallway, I probably would have noticed.
They would have had to sneak past me, too. There's no way anybody got through that corridor.
If we're certain nobody used that corridor, then the corpse must have been brought in from outside the train, not inside. If so, the culprit would need to be able to pass by us without being noticed.
What are you mumbling about? Just admit that your deductions were utter nonsense.
It doesn't make sense. The train's doors don't open until it stops.
If they didn't pass through the train, you think a corpse was brought in from outside?
I'm doing real grand right now.
When the train is moving, we know the train never stopped. If the windows and doors are shut, get out while the train is moving. No issues occur.
Hold on. No, I want to see the whole list, actually. Because that implies that during the blackout, the doors would open. Which is
During
just
the train's
weird.
operation.
This is the truth.
No No, there was something strange. The blackout and shaking that happened when I was in Car 2 and Car 4. When the blackout occurred and the shaking started, I'm certain something else happened in the train. Maybe it has something to do with the mystery of the moving corpse.
Don't be stupid! So what if there was a little blackout and some gentle swaying? Forget the shaking and the blackout. They coincidences. The blackout was just contact. There's nothing about that. It's all just a coincidence. It's impossible to include that in a plot.
Okay.
Come on.
No.
They wouldn't.
I'll slash through this mystery. No, the blackout didn't occur because of a connection failure. It was due to the main control system failing and switching to the backup control system. The blackout occurred during that 1 second when the system switched over.
But still, you would have to get all of that done within like a second.
Hey, he ran away. A fleeing phantom is a bad phantom.
Is there such a thing as a good phantom?
After him. You gotta keep solving the mystery and prove kill that mystery phantom.
Hey!
Master, you may know the cause of the blackout, but what does that have to do with how the corpse was moved?
The failed main control system was in Car 1, where the body swap occurred. If so, then the main control system's failure must have something to do with moving the corpse.
So maybe the culprit broke the main control system. He must have attempted to stop the train to bring in the corpse from the outside.
But the train never stopped. The operation log confirms the train was moving the entire time. So I don't think he broke the system to bring the corpse in.
Then why did the main control system fail?
It must have something to do with moving the body.
But you're unsure exactly how. Huh. In that case... I knew it! A mystery is blocking you! Anything blocking you in here is also a mystery. So let's solve it to keep on going. So this is the question we're facing right now.
The main control system must have failed because something happened in the first car. If that's true, what exactly happened? If it's related to the body being moved, then how?
Master's expression is so serious. He must be thinking hard. Well, as his
He's not the only
mentor,
one.
I better think hard too. The main control system failing. The blackout? The train shaking? Oh yeah! Why did the train shake like that? There was a blackout right before entering the tunnel that was caused by the main control system failing, but the culprit didn't destroy it, so... wasn't there some shaking right before the blackout too? After the whole train shook, the blackout... I don't get it.
That's right! The train shook right before the blackout. We still don't know what caused that to happen. Whatever it was strong enough to make the entire train shake. It caused the main control system to fail and resulted in a blackout. If it had something to do with moving a body, then what must have happened was...
Ooh! Did I give you the assistance you needed? Close to solving the case now? Then it's time to combine our powers and solve this thing! Let's go, Master! Lay it all out!
Hmm. I guess
You can do it, Master!
when it
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
ignited? But burned is not an option. Hmm.
You won't be
Was it supposed to be changed?
This is it.
Restart from the beginning. No thanks. Ah, come on.
Master,
If
then, but I need
Not being able to see a lot of the letters at once is really screwing with me.
if it
well, oh, there was a, but, oh,
that
No one can keep up with my button mashing prowess.
try to solve it, lickety split. Twirling, twirl.
Literally can't pause this. Okay. What does it mean car 1 was gone? Need to think. Need to think. Need to think. Is this gonna be another Danganronpa 1 schizo moment? Just pick all of them, it'll be fine. Yeesh. Sometimes brute force is the right answer.
but so I don't think he broke the
Then, but you're at.
You know what's a good...
anything.
There's only so many answers, right?
So the
The main, if it's real,
well, as his mentor, the main. Oh yeah, there is a but the oh.
that's it. If
Auto plus A. Let's go, baby.
Try to solve it, lickety split! Go, go, go!
It's not detached, is it?
Nice! Great! That's right! That's right! Nice!
Had to put E and D together, huh? That doesn't make sense. Saying that car 1 was detached from car 5. Or from car 2.
could it be that the first car was separated from the train?
Huh? Separated? What? Seriously?
Yeah. The reason why the main control system failed was because the first car was cut off from the rest of the train we were riding in.
Let's keep going for now. Master, I don't really get it. What do you mean the first car was cut off?
The shaking happened just before the blackout, right? Huh? Did it just shake? What was that? The lights went out for a moment and came back on. At that time, the first car was disconnected from the rest of the Amaterasu Express. As a result, the main control system failed, and after a brief blackout, it switched to the backup.
But why cut off the first car? Why go through all that trouble?
Of course, to move the body in the train car. To do that.
Watch out! Ah! There it is again! It's bigger than ever!
How much longer will this keep happening? I feel like I'm gonna suffocate.
Now's not the time to be suffocating!
Again?
We need to resolve the mystery.
Given that the first car was cut off so that the body could be moved. Right. I think I see what happened.
Seems like you got it. Let's do this. Lay it all out.
All right. Like, I get that it's on a loop, but doesn't that create some problems?
That's right. He transported the corpse using the entire first car. That's why the first car was disconnected.
Transported the corpse? With the entire car? Nonsense. Shut up! The
Bird the
first
fuck
car
up.
is at the front of the train. Apex's corpse was in the fifth car, in the back. Even if you detach the front car, how do you move it all the way to the rear?
Master, don't be scared. Lots of villains transform after they've been cornered.
Calm down. Stay calm. Think. How could you swap the position of the first and fifth cars? If I can answer that, I can solve this mystery once and for all. How did it happen?
That reminds me. Master, earlier when blackout only happened once, but the shaking happened twice.
Yeah, it definitely shook 2 separate times. Right before entering the tunnel, and right after leaving it. The first time was when the train car was disconnected. But what about the second? Something happened to the train then, too. The shit...
There's no point thinking about it. You're stuck in this labyrinth for all eternity!
Master, here it comes! You gotta solve the mystery and
I guess the question comes down to, can they mess with the speed that the train is going at with this automated system? Because I could see disconnect the front car as it enters the tunnel, put it into overdrive, get on the loop behind them, kill the speed of the train, disconnect the first car, put the first car into overdrive so you can get into the loop, get behind the car that you were, or the fifth car, move the body, do the whole thing again, but you would think
Your deductions aren't worth a damn thing. Because they're
that would
all
cause
wrong
problems.
from the very beginning.
Also, wouldn't the operation log show something like that?
So it shook twice near the tunnel. What of it? Did? Why would that even matter? Even
If you manage to separate car 1, how could it be moved to the rear? The train was always running on the same tracks. There's no way to shuffle the train cars around.
This is the truth! No! At that time, not all the cars were moving on the same track. The track that the Amaterasu Express was on separated into double tracks right before entering the tunnel. So by taking advantage of the double tracks, it's possible to switch out the train cars.
Your window for that's pretty tight, is it not?
The first time the train shook was before entering the tunnel, which was caused by car 1 separating. After that, the separated car 1 entered the other track, while the rest of the train proceeded on the main track.
Wait, did we not run to car 1 at the very end? Like, during the police chase sequence?
The 2 tracks rejoin after the tunnel. That's where car 1 connected to the end of the train. This is when the train shook for the second time.
You're right! The first car moved all the way to the back.
Normally, it's impossible for a single train car to function on its own. But the Amaterasu Express is special.
They all
The
have
system will
electric
supply
motors.
electricity as programmed to drive the train. But all train cars on the train have motors that run autonomously.
If each train car can operate autonomously, then car 1 can function on its own. Doesn't that solve everything? It's time you gave up.
no! That's crazy!
Huh? What?
Using your method to rearrange the train cars would connect the first car to the end, which would leave it behind the fifth car. In other words, it becomes the sixth car, but that doesn't exist. So, you're telling me you found Aphex's corpse in the non-existent sixth car?
Oh, you're right.
Do you get it? You're the one who's wrong. Everything you've deduced is wrong!
No, I'm not wrong. The truth lies just ahead of us. I will prove it to you.
Here we go again. Personally, I love Hangman's Gambit.
Try to solve it lickety split.
Eh. I guess, yeah, the plate is burned off the last car.
Maybe the Amaterasu Express doesn't have 5 cars. What if there were only 4 cars to begin with? If that's the case, then to me, Car 1 could be made to look like Car 5.
Huh?
Right, because they said it doesn't open.
Cars the whole time, but instead...
So,
Four?
it was literally planned
That's
by
why
the
Melanie said the
alongside the
fifth car
company.
was broken while we were in transit.
They planted all the maps that show a 5-car train. They put them in the cars, but the 5th car's door doesn't open because there is no 5th car.
But you can access the 5th car, the one at the end. The door appears to be broken and won't open. So, it wasn't broken. The 4th car was actually the farthest one back from the get-go?
I'm sure the real 5th car was left behind at the station when we departed, so the train took off with only 4 cars.
Or that, I guess.
There was another Car 1 at our destination. If it connected upon arrival, then the train would have 5 cars again. So the Car 1 where I was knocked out became the 5th car at the end of the line. And when I was questioned by the Peacekeepers, the Car 1 there was another car prepared at the station specifically for this plot.
The real Car 1 was waiting at the station's platform, and all the Peacekeepers there would have noticed it. So they were all in on it.
Yeah, they're
Or
literally
you can
being
assume that
bankrolled.
The Peacekeepers themselves were the ones who prepared the other Car 1. If there was another Car 1, then there will be something that sets it apart from the original Car 1. For example, the way the window glass was broken in the infirmary will be different from how I broke it.
You mean when you used the fire extinguisher to smash the infirmary's window? So they knew you would do that? That's how they were able to imitate it in the new Car 1?
I think I was set up to reach for that fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher was left in a conspicuous spot in the hallway. They wanted me to use it to break the window. And that's how they pulled off swapping the 1st and 5th cars while in transit.
This is some real levels of I've outsmarted your
It was
outsmarting
all a
right now.
trap to set me up as the culprit. Isn't that right, Zilch?
All right, we're almost there. Let's catch this culprit. That was a pretty solid deduction. Very impressive. Of me foreseeing your potential.
It's so strange. It doesn't feel like I'm learning this stuff, more like I'm remembering it. Maybe I was even a high-ranking detective in the WDO.
Now's no time for bragging. You still gotta catch him.
You know, typically I'm pretty good at
Right.
catching Danganronpa-esque twists. What? Stairway to Heaven?
Everything feels different here.
This is just the calm before the storm. Be careful. You don't know what's gonna happen next. You know, making the first car look like the 5th was a really big trick to pull off. I'm surprised the train cars could disconnect and reconnect so smoothly.
The train's automatic operating system must have had it programmed before we departed.
Even the trick with the swapping train car?
Probably. It had to have been done automatically.
Well, be easy for Amaterasu. They own the train.
That's what I'm worried about. Even if I obtain the
I was gonna
truth
say, even if
here,
you fix
won't
this,
they just ignore what I say and arrest me anyway?
you're still the fall guy.
Keep telling you not to worry about it. As long as you have the truth, the culprit can't escape.
Why are you so sure of that?
Hey, wait a minute.
What is this?
Looks like a fort to me. With this kind of protection, I bet the truth is in there for sure. Just have to destroy it.
So the truth is here.
You can't have the truth. It's impossible to destroy this fortress. Just give up and leave!
Whenever a culprit takes a last stand like this, you know we're just a step away from unriddling this labyrinth. Master, time to show him how dangerous you really are. After all, he did try to set you up.
I'm not worried about that right now. We're so close to the truth. We gotta do this.
It's boot kill time!
Oh, okay. No really big fucking hammer? What? Why, yes, I will pilot this mech.
Shinigami's tutorial corner! Let's do this, Master! Oh, oh! No one can stop me! What?
I won't let you have the truth.
I see. Racket to death! Blech.
Go away! Give up and scram!
I see.
Okay.
Easy peasy. Watch out.
Your deduction is wrong! Go away! Don't come near me! Don't come any closer! Stop it! Switching the first and fifth parts is just your imagination. It's a completely baseless lie. There's no evidence they ever swapped.
Hey. That I can handle.
Come on, hurry up and decide. Use the solution key to smash through the wall, Master.
You're wrong! Huh? Come on!
No! There are traces of a swap! The warped plate from Car 5!
By the way,
The reason
what did
that
he do?
plate
Just
burned
light that
so
entire
thoroughly
car
is
on
because
fire?
Originally, it said Car 1. Left as it was, it would have messed up your plot to make Car 1 look like Car 5. That's why you made extra sure it was burned beyond recognition.
Here I go.
That's nonsense! I burned the plate to disguise it? No, I didn't do that! Stop it!
Duh.
Stop! Go away! Get away from me! Get away! Get away! It just happened to be easily burned! But with if it burned, you have no way of knowing what number car it was.
This metal plate just happened to be easily burnable? That's your argument?
So there's nothing backing up your deduction. You have no hard evidence proving that location was the first car.
Looks like we need another solution key to boom kill him. Good luck, Master.
There is proof! The bloodstain on the inner lock of the infirmary in Car 5!
The culprit probably didn't notice it.
But I remember. It's my blood.
Because he cut himself on the window.
What?
When I was trying to get into the infirmary in Car 1, I cut my finger on the glass. When I reached through to unlock the latch, I must have gotten blood on it. But that bloodstain would have been hidden while the inner lock was open. That's probably why the culprit missed it. My blood, which was left behind in Car 1, was found in Car 5. This proves that someone pulled off the car switching trick.
This is the truth of the case!
I'm not done yet!
What? He's still going? Let us boom kill you already!
If Car 1 became Car 5, then where did the culprit supposedly hiding in the infirmary go? You had to have checked the 5th car, but the culprit wasn't there!
Funny he should mention that. That infirmary
The
was...
culprit must have been hiding somewhere in the 5th car. Probably someplace safe.
Here!
The culprit was hiding inside the main control room, which was locked shut the entire time. I didn't have the key, so I could never have gotten inside. I bet the culprit moved there from the infirmary while Car 1 was running on the 2nd track. If the train's management company, Amaterasu Corporation, was involved, the culprit may have had the key.
Which, I mean, given that it's probably very easily inferred that Zilch had the key to the infirmary,
And then they hid in a blind spot I couldn't see from the window. That's how they got past me.
No, it's not me! I'm not the culprit!
Great detective work! I'd call that a critical hit! He seems like he's barely standing. All that's left is to finish him off.
Finish him off? How do I do that?
Shove all your evidence into the solution blade and slash as hard as you can.
Twenty keys fitting inside one lock. Oh shit, chapter recap. Okay.
Time to expose this crime. The cheats and everything. The correct answer's somewhere inside your head, Master. This could be the clincher. There's only one truth.
Please tell me that I get the really cool music that plays when this is done. not? Kind of miss the thing where it would kind of gray them out and then fill in the culprit at the end. Presumably. So why is it car number plate and then burns the car number plate? That's kind of weird.
Step right up, step right up! 5 master detectives slain before their time, and Amaterasu Corporation has master in their sights. Truth bombs are about to be dropped. Time for the deduction denouement!
The incident unfolded aboard the Amaterasu Express, which was on its way to Kanaiwar. I rushed onto the train as it was about to depart. At that time, the train was made up of 5 cars.
How would you have even noticed if it wasn't?
Something lost and found, Master. If you kept snoozing, the case would never be solved.
When the train started moving, it was only 4 cars long. The 5th and final one was left at the station.
And so, the culprit scheme had already begun. Meaning Amaterasu Corporation was involved from the get-go.
On the train, the master detectives were gathered together in Car 2. That was the dining car. And the culprit had already mixed a knockout drug into every drink there.
I bet the culprit was the first person on the train, so they could prepare in advance and wait for everybody else.
I felt unwell, and Melanie went to the trouble of pouring me a coffee. But after drinking it, I started to feel drowsy. I was hearing things at the time and thought that I might be seriously ill, but it was actually the drug.
Oh, so you thought yours truly was responsible? Sticks and stones won't do much to a dead god, but slander stings!
Sure thing, boss. Whatever you say.
The culprit sent me off to Car 1 in order to frame me as the killer.
The death gods that I know don't particularly care about slander.
I'm sure the culprit didn't expect you to get sick, Master, but since you look like a super easy target, they probably changed their plan and went after you instead.
Once I'd left, the other master detectives must have fallen asleep because of the drugged drinks.
The culprit then burned everyone to death, setting all those master detectives on fire on purpose. What a psycho!
This was when the culprit put their plan to frame me into motion. First, they carried Aphex's charred corpse to the infirmary in Car 1.
The very first body we found.
Then, they deliberately left a fire extinguisher near the restroom I was sleeping in. This was done to prompt me into smashing the door later.
Gotta have someone get inside somehow, or else nobody would find the body.
Hang on. Burned the corpses where? Car 1 looks almost... or it looks pristine, right? And there's no real signs of fire damage to any of the cars.
Next, the culprit entered the infirmary, locked the door, and laid down on the bed with Aphex's charred corpse.
Jumping into bed with a charred corpse. And here I thought chivalry was dead. What a gentleman. I'm actually a little jealous.
A knife and cushion created the red herring.
Hell of a way to pretend to be dead.
Furthermore, the culprit set the room on fire just as I was waking up.
While you were sleeping, I felt someone come into the restroom. They must have seen me then and timed it.
When I woke up in the restroom and went into the hallway, Car 1 was beginning to fill with smoke.
Oh, that's some precise timing.
I caught a glimpse of Selch in the infirmary, with a knife lodged in his chest.
But it didn't take long for the smoke to obscure everything.
That was when the culprit took out Aphex's burnt corpse, switched places with it, and waited for me to enter the room while hiding beneath the bed.
It's just like a magic trick, switching places under a veil of smoke.
Meanwhile, I found the fire extinguisher on the floor, smashed the window, unlocked the room, and went inside.
Just like the culprit planned. And that's why they left the fire extinguisher there in the first place.
After the smoke cleared, I found Zelch's body, burnt to a crisp. At least, that's what I thought. The charred corpse was actually Aphex. The culprit had me completely fooled.
That must be why they picked the time-consuming method of roasting someone to death. Plus, the body was about the right size.
I bolted out of Car 1 after seeing the corpse.
The culprit was under the bed at that time. They probably laughed at you from there, watching everything unfold like they planned.
I went on to discover the charred corpses of the other master detectives. Around that time, the culprit came out from under the bed and went to the main control room in Car 1. Controlling the train from there, they detached Car 1.
What happened to it being automated,
It
huh?
was shaking, and the power source was switched over to the backup system. So when the train shook, was there not jiggling in my blouse? Take a guess.
While the detached Car 1 was running on a separate track, the culprit went to work, preparing to disguise Car 1 as Car 5.
What about the jiggling?
First,
I like
Aphex's
how he's
corpse
just
was
like
carried to the corridor.
he completely ignores her.
The
Carry
necklace
on.
removed earlier was placed back on.
Then the car 1 number plate was burned so that it couldn't be properly identified.
With everything in place, the culprit went into the main control room, locked the door, and waited for the train cars to reconnect.
At this time, the culprit was riding in car 1 on the other track, right?
Yeah, the train, which was only cars 2, 3, and 4 at the time, remained on course.
Since we were in a tunnel, I didn't even realize car 1 was moving alongside us.
The train we were on went through the tunnel with only 3 cars. When it came out of the tunnel, the car with the culprit in it attached car 4. Now behind car 4, that car became car 5.
The lock was pre-programmed into the train's automatic operating system, right? Technology sure is convenient.
The culprit, riding in car 1, attached it to the back of car 4. That caused more shaking, but there was no blackout this time because the power supply stayed the same.
Additional shaking occurred inside my blouse, but the power stayed on.
After that, I mistook car 1 for car 5 and walked right in. The culprit wrecked it so much I didn't even notice the door I had smashed when I was in car 1 before.
I figured there'd been some kind of brawl. But that was part of the culprit's plan, wasn't it? Also, no one would realize it was actually car 1.
When I found the corpse, I deduced that it was Aphex from the necklace it had on. But I was just rediscovering the same charred corpse from car 1. The disguised corpse and the car switch completely fooled me.
Using a dead body? Oh, this is a hysterically brilliant idea!
When the train arrived in Kanaior, it connected to a different, prearranged car 1.
And with that, the train once again had 5 cars. So much attaching and detaching. What a stupid, crazy, elaborate trick!
And an entire PMC ready to arrest him.
Peacekeepers were lying in wait at the station. As the sole survivor, I was set up as the one responsible for the murders.
And Amaterasu was in on it! That really turns me on!
You mean pisses me off, right?
You wish.
During that time, the culprit stayed hidden in the main control room of the disguised Car 1. And waited for the peacekeepers to haul you in, Master. They were right there at the scene.
After burning all the master detectives, the culprit faked their own death and tried to frame me as the killer. It was a cunning, cold-blooded scheme.
And the evildoer who committed these countless contemptible crimes is none other than... Zilch Alexander! It was you!
Glad we still got the finger point. So now what?
This is the truth I've uncovered!
Punched his soul out of his body?
Is that it? What's this?
It's the truth. It's the soul of the true culprit who made this mystery labyrinth.
The soul of the true culprit. Wait, what am I supposed to do with this?
Flame him.
Now it's time for the main event. Here we go. It's my time to shine. Surging bloodlust. Overflowing despair.
Wrong series. No hope, no despair. Stop that.
Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case. Death to all deplorables. Through into the vile mystery labyrinth. Start the shouting, original, glorious, stellar spiral.
What about the people who were standing right next to the epicenter? What about me?
Huh? We're back?
What are you talking about now? Your spirit shouldn't be broken. Yet. The Peacekeepers will take care of you. We have all the time in the world.
Huh? Ah! Shinigami! Where are you? Nothing here's changed. What's going on? Shinigami? Are you listening?
At least he learned to think the words instead of saying them out loud.
I know who the culprit is.
What?
It's Zilch. He's still alive. He framed me.
What are you talking about? He's already dead.
Huh?
Oh yeah, he definitely knows.
Shut up! This is not up for discussion. What a waste of time. Take him away.
Shinigami! Where did you go? This isn't what's supposed to happen!
I'm right here! You're so cute when you panic, so why head to enjoy the view for a bit?
Stop playing around! Why hasn't the situation changed at all?
He must be hallucinating. Taking him down shouldn't be a problem. Take him away! What? He's dead?
Looks like it's over.
Oh, she actually just straight up did kill him.
What's over? Shinigami, what's going on?
There's always a price to pay. When I read the soul of the true culprit, the mystery labyrinth created by the culprit is destroyed. But as a price, the source that created the mystery labyrinth also perishes.
The source perishes? Don't tell me.
That's right, the true culprit dies.
Then that report saying Zilch, the true culprit, was dead.
And that solves today's mystery. The true culprit is as dead as a doornail. You're now innocent and free to go, Master. A happy ending. Roll credits!
That's not how that works.
There's nothing happy about this. Zilch died because I solved the mystery, right?
Huh? He was a dangerous murderer who killed 4 master detectives. He deserved to die.
I mean, I don't think I'm completely free to go. Not even with Zilch being dead.
In that case, say exactly what I'm about to tell you to that gilded idiot over there.
Okay. Swank, did you just receive a report that Zilch was dead?
How did you know that?
I thought so.
Ah!
If he was alive until moments ago, that changes things about this case. Someone who died in front of my eyes, was alive. This is clearly an attempt by the culprit to disguise the truth. Don't tell me the Peacekeepers lied to try to cover up what really happened. You didn't try to frame an innocent person, did you?
What? You think you can
You're still the
wiggle
only
your way out of
witness.
this? You better not forget you're in Kanai Ward now. You're powerless before the might of the Amaterasu Corporation.
No, I didn't mean...
Hey, don't surrender so easily. You were so close.
That does it. You're under arrest. Listen, you got no right to remain silent, and you got no right to call a lawyer either. Take him away.
Oh, wait! Hold on just a second. Hey, excuse me. Do you have a minute?
You.
It's all good. Let's stop all the fighting. We both have to follow orders from the higher-ups, so let's not do anything that causes unnecessary tension. Falsifying evidence and testimonies is a drag when it comes time to do the paperwork, right? It's tough keeping things consistent. Just forget about all that and leave it to me, yeah? You know, I saw that the true culprit was alive and well just a bit ago.
What?
If you let us go, I'll cook something up in my report to the World Detective Organization.
You don't want trouble, right? If the WDO floods this joint because of you. Your punishment might be kind of brutal. So, you know what to do. Leave things well enough alone, as they say.
Let's go!
Thank goodness that worked out.
Sound a little less confident the next time.
Beats me?
Well, I bet that was quite a long trip for you. Welcome to Kanai Ward.
Thanks.
You must be Yuma. Yuma Cocoa Head, right?
I am. And you are?
I'm Yako Furio. I was born and raised in Kanai Ward. Just a humble member of the WDO. I'm the director of the Nocturnal Detective Agency, the only detective agency in Kanai Ward. My office welcomes you. Nice to make your acquaintance.
Thanks. The pleasure is all mine. So he's a detective from the WDO. Finally, I've met an ally.
Don't think that just yet.
He managed to turn away the Peacekeepers, so he must be in high standing.
Really? He's clearly just some careless, middle-aged man. Oh, by the way, don't tell anyone about yours truly. You might have forgotten, but our secret is included in the contract. It'd be terrible if you broke this rule. To be exact, your whole body would be drained of its blood.
Okay, I won't tell anyone.
Well, even if you did, they'd just assume you're some crazy person.
Now, shall we? Oh, by the way, I'd like to hear the details about this incident.
Right.
The real details or the ones that you're gonna build?
I'm sorry I kept you waiting. It took a while to get through all the proceedings.
They practically interrogated you, right? Kanai Ward is completely shut off from the outside world. Communication devices, such as cell phones, are confiscated. Cameras are not permitted to leave Kanai Ward either.
I'm sorry, what? And you can just get away with that?
Even if you smuggle something with reception in, Kanai Ward is a dead zone. Thanks to all that tight closure, nobody's using this fancy station at all.
Did you say no one?
You show a lot of promise, considering how you handled that Amaterasu trouble. I was scared, to be honest. I don't want to deal with them if I don't have to. The thing is, the Peacekeepers always antagonize detectives. As a basic rule, never look them in the eye. They're always itching for a fight. Kinda like mad dogs.
Wait, this guy played Yasuhiro? And Gonta?
Right.
Amaterasu Corp doesn't want the unified government or the WDO meddling in their matters. I even caught wind of them hiring a hitman.
A hitman?
They plan to wipe out any master detectives before they entered Kanai Ward. The result of which is this Amaterasu Express massacre.
So Zilch was actually a hitman?
Nope. There was a real master detective named Zilch. He was murdered beforehand and used as a disguise.
Ah.
You were in the first car earlier. The real Zilch is laying dead somewhere in there. There was a separate first car at the station before you arrived, where Zilch's body was hidden. Then, the 4 train cars that you rode in would arrive at the station in Kanai Ward and connect with the fake first car. That makes a total of 5 dead Master Detectives at Kanai Ward's platform. With no Master Detectives left, you would be arrested as the only culprit. That was the plan.
They would go to such lengths?
Absolutely. Even though the plan didn't work, we still lost 5 Master Detectives. Given the situation, I'm honestly surprised you survived, Yuma.
That's all thanks to me. You're so lucky to be haunted by yours truly.
Wait, if there was a real Zilch, then the number of people on board the Amaterasu Express, including me, that makes 6 people. The numbers still don't add up.
He was dead when you left the station.
I, Hoochie, heard from the World Detective Organization that the number of Master Detectives on the train was precisely 5.
Oh, I'll explain that later. Anyway, let's leave this place. Wouldn't want to give
Also,
the Peacekeepers any ideas.
Different thing than I thought he was talking about.
It's raining.
Hey, you're right.
Have we learned nothing?
Who's that guy?
Man, you guys are real good at your jobs.
Beats me.
I see. Are you gonna remember all of this?
Yeah, that's fair. I dropped it a handful of times. Why is it right stick to move this? Ah, yeah, that'll do it. Game? You can do it. I believe in you.
There's a place I want to show you. It's the best spot to learn about this town. Hey, relax. Don't be so nervous.
Sure.
Come on, this way.
Look at all the neon lights. Why is there neon lighting on this pipe? Who did this? Why are you doing this? Why do you have a current running along this pipe, now that I think about it? Fuck's wrong with y'all?
I love the view of the city from here.
Careful, it'll burn your eyes out.
It's like we're always right at the brink of dawn. Although, thanks to them, the real dawn will never rise here.
You mean Amaterasu Corporation?
Kanai Ward is isolated and out of the UG's reach. Now, Amaterasu is the de facto master of the city. None who wish to live in peace dare defy them. As long as you know your place, life can be pretty good here. Open an umbrella and the rain won't touch you. Wear a raincoat and you can even take a girl cycling. You know what I mean, right?
Kinda.
A while back, our detective agency used this building. But we were kicked out due to a contract dispute. The owner claimed renting the building out to detectives made the place unpopular.
You didn't rent out the entire building?
In Kanai Ward, detectives aren't even allowed to have their own offices.
Really?
I don't know what the WDO is thinking, but I don't want this town to change. It should stay the way it is. It deserves some peace and quiet.
Glad to know that you're the final boss, the big villain behind everything.
That's why this time around, I don't want any trouble. It's not easy to negotiate with these people.
I heard that Kanai Ward has a lot of unsolved mysteries.
Screams are part of the daily noise around here. They're kind of like church bells marking sunset. Whenever someone's smiling in that building, someone else in town is weeping. However, we can't go punching the guy who's smiling.
That sounds like quitter talk, personally.
We can only offer a handkerchief to those in tears before quietly slipping away. Nothing more is needed anyway. We're not superheroes or anything.
The WDO Master Detectives literally have magic powers. What the fuck do you mean we're not superheroes or anything?
We're just detectives.
Just detectives, he says. But he has the resigned smile of someone who's given up.
Oh, it was the smile that gave it away and not his dialogue? The words he said didn't tell you that he'd given up.
That look tells me exactly the kind of place Kanai Ward is. In a way words couldn't begin to describe.
This fuzzhead dude comes off like an irresponsible geezer, but there's an ominous aura around him. You only end up like that if you've seen death all the time.
Could it be because of this city?
Maybe. Or maybe it's its old man stench.
Huh? Something wrong? Is there something on my gorgeous face? Back in the day, I was rather popular with the ladies. You may think that means I'm no longer so popular. And you'd be right.
The rain, it never stops. Does it rain often here?
Conai Ward is located right next to Seattle.
Oh, this stuff? Fatalists would tell you that all rain must come to a stop. But for the past few years, the rain in our town hasn't stopped falling.
This doesn't seem scientifically
Years?
possible.
Yeah, years. It started around, 3 years ago? Weird, huh? Thanks to that, we have no need for weather forecasts.
A city where it's always raining. No wonder things are so dark and damp here.
The rain sure has changed things around here. Both the city and the people, too. Supposedly, there's something in the rain that messes with our bodies and the environment. But it's all hearsay. No one knows why the rain never lets up. But it probably has something to do with Amaterasu.
Gee, you think?
Conai Ward. It's such a bizarre place.
Bizarre, huh? You're not gonna make it here if you find this shocking. You'll be seeing a lot of strange things in this city, I'll tell you that much. But there's no need to overcomplicate things. Everything is just an illusion in the rain. Just think of it that way, and you'll be fine. Trust me, it's easier this way.
Is it?
Well, now that I finished showing you the town, let's head to the agency.
This place. There's a lot more to it than I thought.
What do you mean?
Oh, it smells so good here. It's like there's a florist on every corner.
Really? I don't see any florists.
I didn't mean it literally. To me, nothing smells sweeter
Didn't
than the stench of death.
Yeah.
Stench of death?
There are gruesome mysteries all over this place. It smells so lovely.
That sounds so ominous.
Hey! The elevator's here!
Right, coming.
Now then,
Yes.
I should have probably checked the roof for some more stuff. Gotten some detective points.
this area is called Kamasaki District. It's the busiest and messiest place in all of Ganai Ward. In other words, it's a lively area.
The neon looks magical blurred in the rain. If there really is an illusion in the rain, I think it'd be the streetlights.
I think I just saw an illusion in the rain. That man phased out of existence.
I don't have any memories of this scenery, but it still makes me all nostalgic. Perhaps I'm from a city like this one. Or maybe if you formed my mind into a shape, it'd look like this place.
I feel sorry for your mind, I guess.
How it's not flooded, given how it's always raining here.
It looks like they have a good drainage system. See? There's a drain leading to a pipe over there.
That kind of thing creeps me out. Just imagine what would happen if I got sucked in there.
Aren't you a spirit? Wouldn't you be fine?
There's a clown in the sewer staring at you.
Are we allowed to make that?
Clown!
Are we allowed to make that joke?
Made you look.
I explained briefly, but basically, Amaterasu Corp picks on detectives. My colleagues and hired assistants all quit. They said working here as a detective was simply impossible.
So, you've been working as the only detective for the whole city ever since?
It's not like I could change careers. I'm a WDO detective, after all. Clients trust me to do the job. Although, most of my requests involve infidelity or finding lost pets.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What about unsolved mysteries?
The Peacekeepers get to handle that. Detectives don't even get close.
Oh, interesting.
But now, things could be different since you're all here.
All.
All?
I'm glad I'm not the only one that caught that.
Yeah, I got a feeling things will be a bit stuffy moving forward.
Is your agency up ahead?
Like I said earlier, detectives aren't allowed to work in a proper office in Kanai Ward.
Ugh, must we travel this nauseating path? I'm too blue-blooded for this.
The other master detectives are already waiting at the agency. You're the last to join us.
Other master detectives?
That's what I was gonna say. What
But
do you mean,
everyone on the
other?
train died.
Everyone's dead.
Thanks to that hitman hired by Amaterasu. The WDO anticipated interference.
Whoops.
They covered their bases. Other master detectives arrived from routes besides the Amaterasu Express. Both official and unofficial members traveled through these various routes.
I see. So it wasn't just the Amaterasu Express.
Amaterasu Corporation caught on and tried to interfere on all the routes. Granted, they deny any involvement. Some routes were completely stamped out. Yours barely made it.
That tragedy happened to others too.
Excluding you, there are 4 others who survived. Unfortunately, a lot of sacrifices were made. But as a result, you could say master detectives of the highest caliber have been gathered here. Each of you did outsmart Amaterasu and made it here after all.
The highest caliber? Hearing Master get complimented really annoys me.
Why?
I wonder what these surviving Master Detectives are like. So exciting, so mysterious.
Didn't they say that there are like close to 1,000 members of the WDO? And how many did we sacrifice to get 5 people into the city?
Here we are.
Where's the agency?
It's right here. All right. Remember this, Yuma. The most important things cannot be seen by the eye.
We're HQ'd on a submarine? Alright, that's neat. I'll give you that.
This is the agency?
I thought my eyes were gonna pop out.
That's pretty cool.
Welcome to the Nocturnal Detective Agency. What, you expected something a bit tidier? I guess I wouldn't call this place clean myself.
But isn't it awesome? Our own submarine!
Is this really it? Our office is a sub?
You've been assigned to a sinking ship of a detective agency.
fine. It's supposed to sink. They're made to do that. Don't worry about it. Who sealed the bulkheads? Wait, is that a fireplace in a submarine?
Thanks for waiting, everyone. Our final new member has arrived at last.
Watch it! Don't just come barging in here.
Sorry. What are you talking about? This is my detective agency, isn't it?
Victory is mine. Pay up.
But hold on, that doesn't count. It was an accident thanks to the chief barging in here.
Nonsense. You should have expected him to return from his errand. Moreover, you should have realized he was back when our submarine resurfaced.
And when you put it like that...
With my logic, anything is possible.
What are they fighting about?
Hey, what are you doing with those matches? No fire is allowed on my sub.
Says the guy smoking a cigarette.
It's just a little game. He strikes the matches one by one. He wins if he lights 10 in a row. But if he fails even once, I win. And he failed. Thus, I get all the cash.
Hang on, it was lit. The chief opened the door, which blew it out. I succeeded in lighting it, so the game continues. Next is the 7th, right? Hey, Ref, how many matches was it? You can check by counting the number of chocolates on the table.
Sure thing. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, don't eat those! We're using them to count! How many are we missing now? 2 or 3? Come on, princess. How many did you eat? Be honest.
2 or 3. What comes after 3?
I don't like this. I feel like you should know.
I never remember since I so rarely count that high. Please give me just a moment to recall it.
I counted 3.
It's all ruined.
Why don't you count the number of matchsticks you've used instead?
Oh, right. I'll just count the matchsticks in the ashtray.
47.
Why the hell are there so many? Didn't you say no open flames are allowed in here?
It's harder to quit than you think.
Aha! I remember. The number 4 comes after 3. So the answer is 4. Huh? But there is still a chocolate missing.
Hang on, there were more than 4 to begin with. Did you eat another one? You're eating it right now!
It is too delicious. So this is what commoners eat. Interesting. It is simply heavenly.
Anyway, time to pay up.
Enough. I'm using my authority as chief to end this game. And no more gambling. Do you understand you're in Conai Ward? Don't give the Peacekeepers any reasons to drop in on us.
To drop in on your submarine, where no one's hearing this conversation, because the walls are made of steel.
Virtue, honesty, and staying the hell out of trouble. That's our motto here at Nocturnal Detective Agency. Got it? Now then, I'd like to introduce you to our final team member. Yuma Cocoa Head. A round of applause, please.
Nice to meet you all.
I was hoping they'd be amazing detectives, but they all look kind of dumb. I wonder which one of them will die first. Him or me?
Hey, knock it off! They managed to get past Amaterasu's attacks. I'm sure they're all amazing.
Now then, Yuma, let me introduce everyone to you. First, the one sitting over there is Halara Nightmare, a great master detective. The first to arrive at Kanai Ward. The little match boy over there is Desuhiko Thunderbolt.
Wait, who's the match boy?
The beautiful lady next to him is Fubuki Clockford. She is the heiress to the famous Clockford family.
A pleasure to meet you.
They're all gonna be dead by the end of the next chapter.
And the one inside the fireplace?
What, fireplace? Why there of all places?
He says it's calming in there. Anyway, his name is Vivia Twilight.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Right, now that we're all here, let's have a seat.
Sit down right here.
Nope. It's investigating time.
Right.
I see.
Several books with difficult sounding titles. I wonder if they're used for research.
What?
Wow, these are pretty serious books for Fuzzhead to be reading. I don't think his hairstyle is related in any way. Are we back? Hold on. OBS just dropped all connection to the YouTube servers, so that's neat. Alright, I think I'm back. Yeah, cool. Great. Love that. Heads up, Master. You're too dense to notice, but Fuzzhead and the gang are watching you like hawks. Oh yeah, we should head back soon. Let me check out my new digs. How dare you judge me?
Yuma, do you like chocolate?
Yeah, a bit.
Did you know that chocolate grows on cacao trees? The sight of all those trees with their shining silver fruit must be so splendid.
I think the silver part is just the wrapper.
Huh? Does it not grow on the tree like this?
Uh,
Ah, I see. I thought I was peeling back its silvery husk.
one moment, I have to double check who this VA is. I have a sneaking suspicion. Where is she? Where's the princess? Da, 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 da.
misunderstanding to make for an adventurer such as myself.
Wait, she's Marianne from Fire Emblem Heroes? They're Fire Emblem Heroes and, I guess, Three Houses.
Adventurer?
She did not play the Dangan Princess.
Correct. I am an adventurer and a detective. It is nice to make your acquaintance.
Nice to meet you too.
Everyone
What?
on the train died besides you? That sucks. Had I been on the Amaterasu Express, I would have solved it before anything had gone down. Damn. Missed the chance to show off my superstar self.
Right.
This short stack is so arrogant. I hate his guts.
I mean, hotheads be hotheads.
So you're the survivor from the Amaterasu Express massacre. You don't look like much.
Well, alrighty then.
That's thanks to yours truly. Otherwise, Master would have died right away.
You purposely came over to talk to me? You're so kind, Yuma. Don't worry. They aren't avoiding me or anything. I prefer to be alone. A place like this gives me a sense of peace and quiet. I want to die someday.
Shit, alright.
I have no idea what to say to him.
Yuma, I'm sure you're tired from your long journey. Go ahead and find a spot to sit.
Sure.
Now, all remaining agents sent to the Nocturnal Detective Agency are here. There are a lot less of you than what we originally planned. Well, regardless of
Yeah,
how many
no
people
kidding.
we would have gotten, we'd still be no match against the Peacekeepers' numbers. So, we'll keep laying low down here and avoid provoking them, as we've been doing.
Huh? You want to stay submerged in this filthy river? I didn't come here to rot like sewage. I want to make a grand entrance, solve all unsolved mysteries, and become a superstar detective. Oh, and once I'm rich and famous, I'll make you all my assistants.
In Kanai Ward, solving cases will make you famous.
It'll probably make you a corpse.
All information is controlled by the Peacekeepers. They simply conceal anything that's inconvenient to them. If you want to be famous in this town, it's much easier if you're a villain.
I see. Got it.
Wait, don't actually do it! Don't instigate anything with those guys. Got it?
I'm just kidding around.
Why is the WDO gathering master detectives in Kanai Ward?
Hang on.
What do they want us to do?
The guy in the fireplace is Shin Nozen from 86? And also Zenitsu? What the fuck?
Honestly, I don't know what the WDO is thinking either. I just found out about this recently myself.
You didn't receive any instructions?
Not yet, at least. I'm hoping they'll call us eventually. But before that, there's something I need to verify first. Yuma, it's about you.
Huh? Me?
I didn't do it, I swear. Come on. OBS says it's back. Hold on. Good? Does it seem stable? Does it look stable? I'm gonna have to look into why this is happening.
Ah, then you and I are alike. We are amnesia buddies, Yuma.
What?
Huh? Fubuki, you too?
Indeed. I cannot remember what I had for breakfast. I cannot even recall how I got here.
I think you're just forgetful.
Don't make things even more complicated.
My apologies.
What is the source of your amnesia? Is Amaterasu Corporation responsible?
No, it doesn't seem likely. I was still at the station when I woke up.
So you really don't remember anything. I'm surprised you got past Amaterasu's attacks like that.
I probably can't tell him it's thanks to the pact I made with the Death God.
You better not. Talking about me breaks the contract.
I think I was just lucky. Chief saved me in the end.
Wow, you can work off your debt to me. So you really don't know who you are? In other words, you don't remember if you're a detective?
I mean, he's got the ticket and the letter.
That's correct. Oh, but I do have a letter from the WDO. And this outfit is definitely mine because it fits perfectly.
I don't doubt you. That's not what I'm worried about. I've already verified your identity.
Huh? You know who I am?
I didn't just daydream in the park and feed pigeons while y'all were heading here.
Are you sure about that?
I checked the routes everyone used and provided support wherever I could. Unfortunately, most of the info was kept secret, so supporting you was all I could do. At the very least, I did manage to obtain info about the Amaterasu Express. Then again, it was mostly thanks to Halara and Desuhiko since they arrived so early.
I got the passenger list from Amaterasu Corporation using my special forte. That ability is top secret, so I'm not gonna tell you about it just yet.
Your name was on the passenger list, Yuma. Once we knew your name, obtaining more information was easy. I researched the histories of everyone on the list.
This doesn't sound like something you need to hear.
What? Of course it is! I might finally get to learn about my past! So, who am I?
The truth might surprise you, but among the master detectives registered at the WDO, no individual with the name Yuma Kokohead exists.
What do you mean?
5 master detectives were summoned to the Amaterasu Express. That is an undisputable fact. But a detective in training was also summoned.
Detective in training?
That's you, Yuma. Looks like you've been working toward being a detective at the WDO. You may be part of the organization, but you haven't earned your stripes just yet.
So, I'm not really a master detective yet?
That sounds about right. You never fail to amuse me, Master.
Despite that, I know for sure you'll be an integral part of our team.
That's why you made the pact.
I reviewed your profile in the WDO records, and it turns out you have a phenomenal ability.
It's gonna be some joke like, fucking, you can brew perfect coffee.
An ability? So I do have some sort of special power too?
Your record claims that you're a great cook.
That was close.
Would you mind making us...
Your lake is made.
I don't know if I can. I don't have any memories about cooking. Never mind. Did my profile mention anything else? Like where I used to live or my personal history?
It didn't have any details of the sort. You see, you've got a trainee's profile, not a proper master detective's.
I see.
You know, trainees are kind of like appetizers at a restaurant, don't you think? I guess that makes you the appetizer detective! Don't worry, I'll do my best to train you from the ground up to be a great detective.
What's wrong? There's nothing to feel ashamed about. Everyone starts off as a trainee. Also, not everyone can use their forte from the get-go, though some are born rather gifted. Still, no matter how much talent you have, You require the right training to make the most use of your abilities.
Hey, SDR2, what are you doing here?
No matter how smart they are or how dexterous their fingers